I chose to do my research on Jerome Bruner. Jerome Bruner is a constructivist, and that is why I chose him, because that is the type of teacher I see in myself. Jerome Bruner was born on October 1st, 1915 in New York City. He was born blind, but with 2 surgeries he was able to restore his vision at the age of 2. Bruner died on June 5, 2016 in Manhattan, New York, at the age of 100. In 1937, Bruner received a Bachelor's of Arts degree in psychology from Duke University. In 1939, he earned his master's degree in psychology from Duke University. He then went to Harvard University and received his doctorate in psychology in 1941. In his early career, Bruner became a psychology professor at Harvard University and was involved with research relating to cognitive and educational psychology. In 1970, Bruner moved to the United Kingdom to teach at the University of Oxford. 10 years later, in 1980, Bruner returned to the United States to continue researching developmental psychology. In 1991, he began teaching in the School of Law at New York University. His main career was when he invented the term scaffolding. Scaffolding is the way children build on the information they already know to continue their education. Bruner also suggested 3 models of representation: enactive representation, iconic representation, and symbolic representation. Enactive representation is developed from birth to about age 1, and it is action-based. So it's like when students have muscle memory, or not really students yet, but little kids have muscle memory. Iconic representation is from 1 to 6 years old, and it is image-based, and symbolic representation is 7 years and older, and it is language-based. Bruner also suggested the spiral curriculum, which is when you revisit a subject over, but each time you get more in depth, it gets more involved, so the students revisit their prior knowledge and keep building upon that. A little bit more about discovery learning is it's inquiry-based instruction. It's best if the learners discover facts and relationships for themselves, and the learner uses prior knowledge to discover new facts and information. With discovery learning, students explore, manipulate objects, solve problems, do experiments, as well as other hands-on things. People say that discovery learning makes it more likely that students will remember the information if they discover it on their own. And I know that's true with me. If I do something, it's more apt that I'll remember it. The supporters of discovery learning say that it encourages active engagement, promotes motivation, promotes autonomy, responsibility, and independence, develops creativity and problem-solving skills, and it shapes learning experiences. And critics believe that discovery learning creates cognitive overload. It may result in potential misconceptions, and it also makes it hard for the teacher to detect problems and misconceptions. Some awards that Bruner received was the International Balzan Prize in 1987, the CIBA Gold Medal for Distinguished Research, and Distinguished Scientific Contribution Award of the American Psychological Association. Some pedagogical practices that would be used in the elementary level is that the ideas of discovery learning, scaffolding, and spiral curriculum are very important in the educational level. Discovery learning allows students to be more hands-on and engaged throughout the lesson. Scaffolding allows students to start with simple understandings and move toward the more difficult ones. And spiral curriculum allows students to start with information that they already know and build on that. So, as a future teacher, we need to understand our students and know what they are capable of. We need to use discovery learning to model the lesson and know what materials they can use so that they can safely discover the information for discovery learning. I think it's really important to teach the students but also let them discover as much as possible. So that's how I would incorporate it into my classroom, by allowing the students to teach themselves, kind of. And these are my citations.